Good morning, students. Welcome to online study of Viswas Now Sarda Senior Secondary School, class 11th standard, subject economics. Students, today we will discuss about what is the difference between micro and macroeconomics. There are some basics difference between micro and macroeconomics. So let us start. Some basic difference between micro and macroeconomics. First basic is our meaning. In our last video, we will discuss briefly what is the meaning of micro and what is the meaning of macros. The meaning of microeconomics, the micro words has been taken from the Greek language word micros, which means the small. It means microeconomic studies an individual level. And the macroeconomics, the word macros has been taken from the Greek language word macros, which means large. It means the macroeconomic study, the whole economic problems. The second basic of the difference between micro and macroeconomics, aggregations. In microeconomics, the degrees of aggregation is limited, but in macroeconomics, degrees of aggregation is not limited, because in microeconomics we studied the whole economic problems, but in microeconomics we can study an individual level. So degrees of aggregation in microeconomics is limited and degrees of aggregation in macroeconomics is unlimited. Third basic, central problems. In microeconomics, allocation of resources, it means distribution of resources, is the main problems. But in macroeconomics, determination of level of income and employment is the main central problems. Understand beta? In microeconomics, the main central problem is distribution of resources, and in macroeconomics, the main central problem is determination level of income and employment. The fourth basic, instrument of study or tools. In microeconomics, the main instrument or tools is demand and supply, but in macroeconomics the main tools of studies is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. In the first basic, determinants. In microeconomics we also studied, microeconomics is also called price determination theory. So the price is the main determinant in microeconomics, and macroeconomics we can also studied, it is also called income and employment theory. So income is the main determinant in macroeconomics. In our sixth basic method of study, microeconomics has partial equilibrium and the macroeconomics has general equilibrium. The method of study in microeconomics is partial equilibrium and the method of study in macroeconomics is general equilibrium. The next, seventh basic, alternative name. We also know very well the microeconomics alternative name is price theory and the macroeconomics alternative name is income and employment theory beta. The next, eighth basic of difference is term. We also studied microeconomics. The word micro has been taken from the Greek word language Micros, which means small, it means the microeconomic studies and individual level. And the macroeconomics, the word macro has been taken from the Greek language word macros, which means large. It means the macroeconomic studies the whole economic problems. So these are main basic difference between macro and microeconomics. You can note down these basic difference between micro and macro in your fair notebook. Thanks and have a nice day.